Sand dredging is a process where sediment and debris are removed from the bottom of water bodies such as lakes, harbours, and our very own coastline at the Gold Coast. Dredging is widely believed to be a vital procedure in order to maintain both the world's economy and to ensure the protection of not only humans, but our wildlife as well. Dredging comes with both negative and positive effects on the environment. As sediment can often build up in waterways, this can become a hazard for ships that pass by, whether they are commercial or private. Another issue is that pollutants and debris are commonly found in the water sources that wildlife inhabit. Dredging can help prevent the spread of pollutants and as well as move the sediments, which will create a safer path for vessels to travel through. Despite sand dredging having positive outcomes, there are many effects that it can have negatively on the ecosystem, both direct and indirect.
There are a number of negative direct effects caused by sand dredging that impacts the surrounding ecosystems. These include collisions, noise levels, and toxins and pollutants. Collisions with vessels is a known cause of injury and mortality in marine mammals. In terms of the marine life off the coastlines of the Gold Coast, large mammals including humpback whales and boulder-nosed dolphins migrate close to shore periodically throughout the year. These larger animals are more prone to collisions and, on top of this, are more likely to sustain severe or even lethal injuries from these collisions. Marine mammals, particularly cetaceans, are acoustically reliant animals that utilize sound for detecting prey, navigating, and communicating. When exposed to the noise of sand dredging, marine wildlife, particularly cetaceans, are subject to harsh injuries. There have been many reported effects of temporary threshold shift, permanent threshold shift, and acoustic masking. Over time, sediments accumulate pollutants and toxins such as heavy metals and hydrocarbons. Sand dredging causes a disturbance of these sediments, releasing the contaminant into the ecosystem surrounding it. Contamination has been linked to a range of concerns, including disease breakouts, immune system depression, and reproductive and developmental consequences.
There are many negative effects indirectly caused by sand dredging, most of which stem from an increase in loose sediment in the water column. Clarity of water is diminished by the excess of sediment, which results in less scuba divers and snorkelers being able to use the area, and therefore the tourism is impacted. The decline in clarity also reduces the oxygen content in the water by restricting photosynthesizing organisms from accessing sunlight. Since these organisms are often the base of food webs, the entire web is disrupted, and the ecosystem must deal with both a decrease in oxygen and food, often causing migratory behavior. This results in invasive range-shifting species and further disruption of ecosystems around dredging areas. Range-shifting will also often occur during the habitat destruction caused by dredging and the movement of larvae that live inside said sediment.
Sand dredging is necessary to maintain coastlines and surrounding islands by offsetting the effects of erosion. It ensures that there are permanent and safe navigable channels by preventing a buildup of sand, while simultaneously preventing erosion. It also allows for the creation of islands such as Wave Break Island, which protect the foreshores from wave activity. Dredging also helps to reduce the exposure of fish, wildlife, and humans to contaminants, through improving water quality by preventing the buildup of pollutants on heavily visited shorelines.
One of the best ways we can possibly work on the aforementioned problems is to minimise dredging during migration periods for key species such as humpback whales. This significantly reduces the likelihood of vessel strike accidents and also minimises exposure to noise pollution. While dredging often appears unsightly and can be met with resistance, its associated hazards must be thoroughly evaluated in order to mitigate their impacts and make dredging as safe and environmentally orientated as possible.